Hello again. So yeah, I thought I'd make a quick video about pregnancy and anxiety while my other video is loading to YouTube. So yeah, it's just going to be like a random video really, but I'll probably make more detail on another time when I'm less sleepy and I feel like I'm going to sleep. So yeah. Basically I've had anxiety for a long time. It's been really bad since I was about 18, although I've had it pretty much all my life, but it just increased when I was about 18, like by a millionfold. I have trouble going out. At the moment I can't go too far, but I can go out with my boyfriend or someone. If they walk me to somewhere, then I can go out. Well, still with difficulty, but I do it. I can't really go out on my own except to work, and sometimes I need to phone people on the way to work because I'm too like freaked out sort of thing. I'm like, yeah, I'm outside. I don't always feel safe in my own house either. Well, I suppose it's not really about feeling safe, but just like I don't always feel like super calm and chilled out and stuff. Being in my own house still makes me anxious sometimes, but I prefer being in my own house than being out, sort of thing. So yeah, it has affected my my whole pregnancy really quite a lot. Well, my pregnancy has been affecting it, sort of thing. Right at the beginning, I've always had this really bad phobia of throwing up, and right at the beginning, obviously, morning sickness for like 18 weeks or whatever, pretty horrendous. Yeah, it was like I tried to reduce my dose. I'm on an SSRI, I think it's SSRI, called citalopram. And I've been on 20 milligrams for a while, and that sort of steadied me a bit. It's like I'm not like better, but completely better, but it's made me a lot better than I was. And they tried to put me on 10 milligrams right at the beginning. I probably said some of this in my blogs, but you know, if you haven't watched all of them, then so that was around the time that I started getting sick. So you know, 10 milligrams did not work for me at all. I started just getting panic attacks all the time, and because I'm so scared of throwing up, you know, that was even worse. And attempting to go to work, I had to have a lot of time off work because of it. Throwing up and anxiety makes you want to throw up, and then it's just a horrible circle really. So yeah, I had I think it was my 12-week scan. They told me to go back on the 20 milligrams, and I thought, oh good, you know, just in time for probably my morning sickness will probably ease off now, perhaps. But no, it didn't. No. So yeah, it's been really quite difficult, especially with extra hormones, because your hormones make you anxious anyway. I mean, when it's like the time of the month or something, you know, the most calm people can get like stressed or a bit anxious, but when you've got bad anxiety anyway, it's like sort of thing. But it kind of comes in waves anyway, so with hormones and anxiety, they both come in waves, quite often together, not always, but yeah, that's really sucks. So yeah, 20 milligrams definitely helps a lot. I never really wanted to be on medication when I was pregnant. I always thought, you know, by the time I get pregnant, well, maybe I'll be better, but not really. For a while I could walk downtown to see my counsellor for like a couple of months, I think, and then that was just before I got morning sickness, and then I got morning sickness, you know, I wouldn't go that far anyway. I'm feeling sick. It's bad enough going to work. Work's about 3 minutes away, so that was horrendous. I kept on. It does sort of teach you a lot, though, I think, about dealing with stuff you have a phobia of, I guess. Like throwing up and fainting. Like, I did faint, like, probably about 10 weeks, I can't remember, but I did faint, and I've always had a phobia of fainting as well, but now I figured fainting's actually better than throwing up, because at least you don't feel crap for ages after you fainted, but after you've thrown up you feel like crap, so for a long time, and then you worry that you're going to throw up again, but then obviously you worried that you're going to faint again, but at least the horrible feeling goes away quicker. So yeah, that's weird. I always carry snacks on me all the time in case I get all woozy. And it's like blood sugar related or something, but it's not always. So yeah, nowadays it's like, well, it's coming on in waves. Currently it's getting worse because my hormones have increased a lot over Christmas, and because we've been doing quite a lot, so different routine. I had to travel 40 minutes to where we were staying for Christmas, which I only like my mum driving me, because she stops if I need to stop and freak out, or get some air or something. So she drove me, and still I was like, stopped like 10 times sort of thing. Hate bumpy roads and hate motorways, and I just don't like travelling at all. So yeah, and plus the fact that when you're pregnant, you put the seatbelt on and it squishes your bladder, and you're like, I need the loo, like all the way, so you need the loo as well. So that's really poo. And on Christmas Day we had to travel for ages and ages and ages. I think we stopped about 6 times on the way and 4 times on the way back or something. So that's actually quite good for me, considering it was like almost a 2-hour journey. Yeah, I don't like doing that at all, though. So yeah, I think I've decided that I'm not going to travel anymore for the rest of my pregnancy, because I don't want to stress myself out, and I feel like I'm slowing down as well. So although my anxiety is increasing at the moment, I'm hoping it will settle down a little bit when we've got a few, things sorted out a bit more, because I think I'm mostly worried that I'm not going to be ready, or something will happen to the baby, and that worries me all the time, which is normal, I think, for most pregnant women. But yeah, I'm not saying I'm like the worst ever sort of thing, but it's pretty bad. Also appointments, because we've got so many appointments to go to, like I can only go with my partner. I had to cancel one today because I couldn't imagine going on my own, because usually on the way back from the hospital I get a bit anxious on the way back anyway. Sometimes on the way there, but mainly on the way back, I think, because of like big spaces everywhere, and that freaks me out. Freaks me out, man. Oh. I couldn't imagine going on my own, to be honest. And yeah, it's much reassuring to having my partner there. If I have to do whatever, then at least he'll be there to like help me and distract me or something. Yeah, and like I said, sometimes on the way to work I have to phone someone, distract me, and like, because of the increase of hormones, I think I did it for, I don't know, maybe the first 20 weeks or so. I phoned my sister every single day. She's just got used to it. But I'm really trying now not to phone anyone on the way to work, because I don't want to get, I do want to get better. Like, I really, people don't understand how much you try. Like, people are just like, oh, why don't you just, you know, go out and keep going out, get used to it, sort of thing. And you don't understand how much we actually try to live a normal life as possible, but it's just really difficult. Especially things, I can't even go in the shops. I have like, whenever I need food, I have to send my partner out, because from the beginning, when I had morning sickness, the smell of like Sainsbury's or whatever, it really stinks. And because I got such a good sense of smell anyway, I can't go in there anymore, except, you know, if I started really trying to go in there with my partner, I sort of end up sort of going round and then coming out again, waiting outside. But yeah, it's really difficult, sort of thing. A lot of people get anxiety when they're pregnant. Some people it starts when they're pregnant, I think, as well. So I guess in a way I'm sort of lucky it didn't start, because I wouldn't have known what to do, sort of thing. And because it's been there for a long time anyway, then I'm sort of used to it. I can, like, me and my partner work around it, sort of thing, but also at the same time trying to get me to do well, sort of thing. Like, if I've managed to do something, it means like I've won. Like I've done really well. I've won. Like, yeah, and I've had a really good day, sort of thing. And if I don't, then I'm like, bad day. It's like the other week we went to Babies R Us in Gloucester, and because obviously having to travel there, not good. I was like all the way, and that was really bad. And yeah, I felt really nauseous when I got there, because yeah, if you're like freaking out all the way in the car, then you know, mucks up your stomach, I guess. And I was alright, not too bad when I got in there. And yeah, don't know, I was a bit funny after that, but I managed to do it, and you know, everyone was like really proud of myself and stuff, and I managed to do it just about. I wouldn't do it again though. It was actually better when I went the next time, when I had to go to the hospital last week and have my baby checked. That was really upsetting, actually. I cried so much before we went, and then we went there, and I was just knackered. I really didn't want to go, but I didn't have too much anxiety on the way there, because I guess you just like got to focus and be like, it's for the baby. I don't want my baby, you know, anything to happen to my baby. I'd pretty much do anything for it. So, although I'm not going to appointment today apparently, but I'm feeling really anxious today, so I don't want to stress my baby out too much. I think I sort of know my limit now of how anxious I can be. So, but yeah, I think the next couple of months, although I will like try my best and still go out and do normal stuff, I'm not gonna like travel for a long time anywhere. I think I'm just gonna stay in my town as much as possible and just like try and relax and stuff, because at the moment I'm getting to the point where my partner, you know, goes to work and I'm like, no, don't leave me on my own, sort of thing, and it makes me really anxious. whenever he leaves the house. I'm like, come back. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to give me a message. I'll try and answer best I can. You can find me on is it Baby and Bump and Magic Teapot. So if you're on Baby and Bump, come and have a chat or something. It's really useful there. Actually, you can ask like any questions, and pretty much everyone has an answer for everything because they're all going through the same sort of stuff. We are, you know, when you're pregnant and stuff. So that's really good. And also, like, I do think, you know, if you're having any trouble with anxiety when you're pregnant, just talk to, well, just keep a clear line of communication with your doctors and midwives and stuff, because, you know, they're not psychic. They don't know what's going on if you won't tell them. So, yeah, I hope this has been informative somewhat, or just like explains a little bit, really. Yeah. Woo! Bye! Cheers for watching! Woo!